Now we are in the early hour of day 23 since we stocked this best from Agrited Hatchery, that is Ross 308. That's the one. That's the breed we stock. They are about 23. They are about 22 days and some hours in this pen right now. They are not up to exactly 23 days. Now there are things I want to really talk about today. Now that is heat stress. How do you really manage this heat stress? It's very, very important because since we've been raising these birds for about going to 23 days old now, we've not had any mortality. The only one we've had is the one we lost as a result of something falling on the bed. It's not that, okay, that one that we had just died by itself. No, it was as a result of the fault from our own side. Now, having raised these birds with zero mortality, now the stage they are now is very, very critical because this rapid growth brings with it its own disadvantages too. That is heat stress. They detest heat. They don't like it in any form. That is, that means you need to do all you can to ensure that the ventilation in this pen right now is very, very okay, as well as managing the litters properly. Now, how do we have to manage this heat stress for them so that we don't suffer any form of losses? One of the ways we do that is this. When we observe that the sun is really getting scorchy during the day, that is around 10:30, 11, 12 p.m., we lift up the feed. That is, we remove the feed from the floor. We lift it up, deny them access to feed during that hot hour of the day, especially when the heat this week fall. Now, what you discover, you see them pant a lot. They spread their wing as a result of the heat in the pen. So building your pen in such a way that there is cross ventilation, this is where it comes to play. Very, very important. Now, other than that, there are ways we use in managing this heat stress so that we don't lose anyone to heat. What we do, we add multivitamins to their drinking waters during this season, as well as vitamin C. We also do that at times and add it to their water. Now, this is where you don't have to overstock, because if you overstock, you are going to experience a whole lot of mortality, especially during this stage, week 4, week 5, because as they keep gaining weight, they are exposed to a whole lot of heat stress. So you need to manage it properly. And also, in a way to manage your heat stress and not to reduce the weight of your birds, what you need to do at this point also, if you've not been feeding your birds early hour of the day, you need to start it, because before the day breaks, you need to feed them so that before that 10:30, 11 a.m. that you'll be removing the feed from the floor during that sunny day, their crop must have been filled. Very, very important. So that by the time you remove feed for like 2-3 hours, they won't suffer any weight loss. So you need to ensure around that camp 5 a.m., 6 a.m., you feed them. Ensure you pack feed enough for them that will take them to that 11 a.m. if you live in a temperate region, so that they don't suffer any form of weight loss. So if you've not been practicing feeding your birds during that early hour of the day, you need to start it. Very important, because remember, our aim is to ensure that by that disposal, which is our day 35, we still have that massive weight. That is our aim. So we don't want any situation that we reduce that weight for us. So that is why you need to feed them more time. If you've not been waking up to feed your birds, this is the time you need to start it. Remember, what we've been employing in this farm is oblivion feeding, that is 24 hours a day. We feed them 24/7. This time that they've entered this week 4, because of their weight and all heat stress and all of that, we don't need to feed them continuously. We need to, especially during that hot hour. Though at times during the cool hour of the day, maybe the weather is dull all through the day. Wow, you see how happy they are. They'll be so happy there. You need to leave feed for them. Not because I said, okay, now that they are in their 4th week, you need to be removing feed from the floor during that sunny day. No, you only do that when the sun is really hot. If the weather is cool, you don't have to remove the feed. Allow them to have access to that feed, because it's that feed they will eventually convert to weight for you. Very important for us. Remember, we are going straight to day 35. By day 35, we'll be disposing these birds. I'll be keeping you updated on every step that we take, because raising these birds from day 1 till disposal is very easy. It's what anybody can do. That being said, you know, in almost all my video, I tell you the importance of clean water, giving your birds clean water. Now, giving them clean water, you see, these bird drinkers you are looking at here, they spray a whole lot of wood shave in them. Even when I raise it up off the floor a little, they still somehow spray some wood shave in that bird drinkers, as well as the feed coming from their mouth. You get fouled in the water there. So we wash it from time to time. Now, I have been expecting someone to ask me, okay, do we need to use detergent to wash it so that it will be very clean? No. As far as you've introduced these drinkers, being it manual drinkers or bird drinkers, into the pen, you don't have to use detergent to wash it. Very, very important. You need to take note of this. The only time you need to use detergent to wash it is when you are disinfecting the pen, the bird drinkers, the manual drinkers, or the feeders. In that case, you have to leave it, expose it to the radiation from the sunlight to fall on it for at least 8 hours, so that that odor of that detergent won't be perceived when you perceive that drinkers or feeders. This is very important. Then, how then should you wash these bird drinkers? You simply wash your hand, ensure your hand is clean. Having washed your hand clean, you use your hand to use clean water to wash these bird drinkers properly. After using your hand to wash it and you observe that, okay, the whole thing is clean, then you rinse it. Use plain water to rinse it and leave it there and allow the fresh water to come in for them to drink. That is how you should wash your bird drinkers. Do not use detergent or any soap ingredient to wash it. Don't use soap, don't use detergent. Simply use hand and plain water to wash it clean. This is very, very important, so that you don't somehow cause mortalities to your birds. Very, very important. Now, as of today being the early hour of day 23, I weigh some of these birds. I know that is what I'm supposed to be expecting. Some are already giving me 1.4 something kilogram. Very impressive, right? We are not up to 4 weeks. That's to tell us that by the time we are hitting day 28, some of these birds will be already at 2 kg, 2 point something kg. I can assure you that, especially the shooters among these birds, we are going to hit that I can say. Now, the bird drinkers I talked about, let me show you how I'm going to be washing this, because I allow them to drink the water to finish the water before coming to wash it. But you may not need to do this. You need to pour out the water, wash it so that fresh water can come in. Okay, now what I do, I put in some water, wash the side like this properly. Now, you see, as I'm doing this thing, I don't allow them to have access to this water that I am washing this bird drinkers with. So after washing it, I need to now empty everything that you see in here, pour it out, and then allow fresh water to come in. Now you can see why these birds are trying to drink from it, because for like some minutes now, while trying to wash these bird drinkers, they've not had access to drinking water. That's why you are seeing them trying to drink water from this bird drinker. So after washing it, I'm going to allow them access to this clean water. This is how you wash the bird drinker. Please do not apply detergent. Do not use detergent to wash your bird drinkers. Very, very important. So once you are done, you use plain water to rinse it, just as I am doing now. Now, once it's clean, what you do, you turn it inside another container that you need to use to pour it out. That's how to wash your bird drinkers. So this is all I have for you today. Now, if you find this video helpful, in a way to say thank you, kindly do well to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification icon, like, comment and share, as this will help us to grow our channel and reach a larger audience. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.